I can tell that you're a movie and classic comedy fan because I got to see your movie Fool's Paradise, and I know it's coming out
May 12th.
May 12th. Okay.
Only in theaters.
Only in theaters, as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. It's time for America to join again.
Finally.
In the cathedral that is a theater. Better than a real cathedral, because there's none of that God talk.
Or we could,
Well,
we could do some God talk before the movie if you'd like.
If you like, of course. It's all up to what you want to do.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Have some popcorn.
Have some popcorn. Get your feet off the seat. Turn off your fucking phone. But I saw your movie Fool's Paradise, and I really loved it. I really love your film, and I love you in it. And you wrote this movie and you directed it. It's very sweet. You guys haven't seen it yet because I just got this advanced copy that I watched, but it is very much evocative to me of Chaplin, Buster Keaton. It's got a real sweetness to it. Your character you're doing that same thing Chaplin did out of necessity, and then Harpo Marx did, which is you're not saying a word, and you're very expressive, and you really are playing this person who is picked up by the Hollywood machine, and you're at the very center of it, and you're very passive. It's a little bit like Being There. And
Being There, I think, was my initial, okay, could I make a movie like Being There? No one's going to do that anymore. I guess I'll just do it myself. And then when I realized it's not totally working, I said, okay, can I combine it with Broadway Danny Rose, where I have this sort of sad sack guy? And that then was I able to sort of land the plane.
Your character is so content in his own, I will say one thing, he's so content in his own space that at one point he's at a Hollywood party and he doesn't say anything. He's very much a, Chaplin-esque kind of character, and he falls into the pool accidentally and can't swim, and he sinks to the bottom, and his hat just settles on his head, and he's just sitting at the bottom of the pool making no effort to. And I thought, this is such a great example of how little this character wants or needs, and how passive he is. And you're just sitting there when another character comes in and saves you. But had that character not come in, you would have stayed there till you died.
The movie would have ended there, which could have been an interesting film, just too short.
Yeah.
But I did an extremely passive character. And then, there's some justification, which is that he's, we meet him in a mental institution, and the idea is that he suffered some sort of trauma and we don't know what. And he has almost like the mind of a child. And, there's another doctor there who says, well, if we give him enough sort of exposure therapy, and maybe if he has a meaningful connection with another person, he can sort of break free from this sort of regressive psychosis that he's in. But it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of effort, and a lot of time. And the other doctor says, okay, well, what's our first course of action? And the guy says, well, the state's not going to pay for any of that, so we're going to put his ass in the first bus downtown. And then,
which they do.
Which they do, and then the movie begins.
And it's funny too, because you're parodying Hollywood but also old Hollywood, because there's so many elements of the film. It's a mishmash of the Hollywood you're making fun of. They're making pictures. And they're making them almost the way they did in the 30s, but it takes place in current times.
Yeah, sort of a heightened thing there.
Yes, it's really fun.
Where I thought, okay, I could just set it now, but in some ways now is not enough to satirize Hollywood. Can I make it almost feel as though it's satirizing Hollywood through the ages?
Yeah. There's also a great part where your character is invited on a talk show, and it's... You've made a generic talk show, and of course, I'm watching it as me, and I'm watching these two idiots laughing like hyenas that bring you out and just find everything funny. And there's part of me that thought, yeah, that's kind of...
It's done with love. It's done with love.
No, but it's also, it's parodying every type of show like that. So it's not specific, but it was really, that part was really making me howl. Because it's so over the top.
It's a good performance by Jimmy Simpson.
Really
Lance
funny.
Barber, yeah. I think initially I wanted to see if I could go on a few talk shows and shoot it like that. And then ultimately I felt as though stylistically it would take you out, and then it would take you out of the movie to have like a real world person going back and forth between these fictional characters.
Right.
So,
Also, I mean, a lot of movies do that where the character, I taped a number in my day, and then you see it all the time. And I always thought it was something I never loved doing, which was when the character in the movie briefly stops off at a talk show, and I'm there saying, "So you mean to say that you think there could be life on another planet?" And, and then it shows up in the movie theater, and it just always felt a little lame. Whereas creating a fake talk show, I thought was much funnier.
Oh, thank you. It was apparently it's trickier to make a talk show than you would think, because there's
no idea.
Yeah, I mean, to make a fake one.
I'd make a fake one, yeah.
Because the sets are big and the audience is big, and I didn't have the time or the budget to do that. So it's actually only a curtain and then the stage itself.
Right.
There is no audience there. The spoiler alert. Cut that.
It's called a laugh track. Yeah.
Yeah. And a laugh track. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm a huge fan, and I love your approach, which is you're trying to make people laugh. It's interesting when you take it back to its core, have some people say like, well, what are you? Are you a satirist or are you a humorist? And I think if you really take it down to the core, I think I might be a clown. And that might just be the simplest way to put it. And then you can dress it up, and if someone at the New York Times likes you, they call you something else that sounds a little fancier, but at the core, it's the same impulse that I was using on a playground in Brookline, Mass in 1974.
Yeah.
To get kids to laugh.
Do you ever feel challenged by it, as if I often think, okay, am I making too many jokes? Are there too many jokes within this movie? Do I have to be more serious? I mean, there are heartfelt moments in the movie, but I also undercut it frequently.
Yeah, no, I think it's really well paced. That was my feeling, is that it's really well paced. And yeah, I think, yes, there are times where I look at stuff I've done and we're in edit and I'm just like, shut up. I mean, I'm saying it to myself. I'm like, shut up.
Right.
There's too many jokes, and let's just, and really sometimes the best things happen during quiet moments, which took me, a while to realize. Unfortunately, I realized it, I think fairly early on, but that sometimes saying very little and letting someone else talk and just reacting to them naturally is much funnier than anything I'm going to come up with.
I did a whole movie of that.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah.
I find like when I'm writing something, I wrote another movie in the time that I was sort of in the edit room on this, and I was passing it to some friends, and they were saying, you should make it less funny. And, because they liked the story, and they said, you could get more serious. And I know that's the right direction, and I'll sit with it and I'll do it. But my first instinct always is just, don't people want to sit in a theater and just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh? But sometimes to get them to laugh, you have to pull a few jokes out so that the laughs land. Right.
No, it's true. I think that's true. What I don't want to do is make people think.
Oh, you don't.
I really don't.
I don't either, because I don't know how to think.
I've heard that before. People like, not only did he make you laugh, he made you think. And I go, lose that second part. Lose that part. I want people to be dumber after they've seen my work. I know less.
I think I do too. I think I do too.
Well, this is an absolute joy, Charlie. As I said, I'm looking forward to talking to you. And it's been a little while, and I love that you're doing this work. I mean, Fool's Paradise is coming out May
12th.
May 12th. And also, you're in the biggest movie in the world.
True.
Right now.
True.
It just made, what did it make? It made $8 billion.
It made $8 billion of those little coins that Mario hits.
Oh, yeah. Just bashed into 8 billion bricks.
Yeah.
Their hands are just bloody.
The Super Mario Brothers movie. That is, congratulations.
Thanks. That's crazy. It's been a crazy ride. Just
as long as you have a piece of the merchandising, you should be fine.
Bad news, pal. I got some bad news for you. Yeah. They paid me with video game coins. Yeah.
But they make such a fun sound when they rain down.
That's how they got me. That's how they got me.
Well, Charlie, continued success as if you needed it, but you will have it. and you deserve it. So thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. It means the world to me that you like the movie, because I do feel like you're my target audience, which is to say, like, I'm like, I want like a Conan O'Brien to like this, because if the top of the comedy guys like it, then it's up to the standard that I hope it would be up to.
That is really nice of you to say.
Back at you. So thank you.